NASA lost a Mars spacecraft worth over $100 million. No explosion, no engine failure. And no, it probably wasn't stolen by aliens. It just disappeared. So what the hell happened? The mission was called Mars Climate Orbiter. Its job was simple on paper. Study Mars's atmosphere, weather, climate, help future missions land safely. Basically, be the guy who checks if the planet is trying to kill you before everyone else shows up. It cost about $125 million. The full project? Over $300 million. Hundreds of engineers, years of planning, thousands of documents. This was not a hobby project. The spacecraft launched in December 1998. It left Earth and started a journey of more than 9 months, almost 500 million kilometers. No pit stops, no second chances. If something went wrong out there, it stayed wrong. While it traveled, teams on Earth constantly adjusted its path. Tiny corrections, tiny numbers, tiny decisions. All of them mattered. By the time it was approaching Mars, this mission already represented years of work. Careers, reputations. Entire lives spent staring at screens and arguing over decimals. Some people had been on this project for most of their adult lives. Everything was riding on this moment. September 23rd, 1999. Mars Climate Orbiter reached Mars. It was supposed to pass behind the planet, reappear, and start sending data. NASA waited and waited. Nothing. No signal, no telemetry. No, hey guys, I'm fine. Just silence. Somewhere near Mars, a $300 million machine had vanished, and no one knew why. NASA launched an investigation. What failed? Hardware, software, radiation. Human error. They checked everything. And slowly, an uncomfortable truth appeared. 2 teams were using different units. One team worked in metric. Newtons, meters, kilograms. The other team worked in imperial. Pounds, feet, miles. And no one converted them. One piece of software calculated thrust in pounds. Another assumed it was newtons. So every tiny course correction was slightly wrong. Not enough to notice, not enough to trigger alarms. Just wrong enough to matter. Over 9 months, those tiny errors added up. The spacecraft slowly drifted lower, and lower, and lower. When it reached Mars, it was supposed to pass safely above the atmosphere. Instead, it came in too low. Best case, it burned up. Worst case, it skipped off into space forever. Either way, mission over, because someone forgot to convert units. What makes this story worse isn't the mistake. It's that no one caught it. Not in testing, not in reviews, not in simulations, not in meetings, not in audits. Hundreds of smart people, years of work, and nobody asked, wait, what units are we using? And if you've ever been annoyed when I talk about meters instead of feet, or Celsius instead of Fahrenheit, congratulations, you're right. Because somewhere, between pounds and newtons, NASA lost a spaceship. And sometimes, details don't just matter. They decide whether your work survives or quietly disappears into space.